It's simple to say, but feeling good feels good. The key to happiness is freedom. And the way that you get freedom is by having courage and acknowledging that when you fall, you get back up and you keep trying. You just keep on trying. It doesn't matter if you do, like people are, oh, I done fail. Like it's okay if you fall. If I fall, I get right back up and keep going. So that's where that connection is. No, I love helping people because I've helped myself and I know how it feels to be down there. I know how it feels to be in that dark place, and that's not a good place to be. You know, physically, mentally, or spiritually, it's just not a good place. But it's a journey, and you have to recognize that it's a journey. You're gonna have your ups and downs and be able to adapt to those ups and downs. My dad, he died before I was born, so I've never ever seen. I saw like a vague picture of him. No one really has like a really clear shot picture of him. My mom worked, you know, a lot. She worked 2 jobs just to try to take care of me and my sister, so she was rarely at home just to support us. She just works hard, and she's had a time in her life where, you know, she's had to go, you know, to get some help for herself. But I love her to death. Like she's my heart and soul. That's my other drive for doing what I love to do is my mom and my sister. Like I really want to make sure that I take care of them at some point. I got molested by, you know, a family member, you know, when I was young, and also a couple other guys in the community. That was something that I really suppressed and didn't want to talk about, just because I didn't know how to deal with it, and I had to learn to not only forgive them, but to also forgive myself for holding on. I think the biggest thing was, you know, just me just trying to hide it and suppress it because I suppressed all this stuff, and you know, I didn't know what to do when I was really, really young. I was suppressing and fighting this stuff as a young child and as a teenager. Didn't know who to talk to, and it brought me to my 20s to where I'm trying to figure out who, you know, what's going on with me, and so I'm pretending like every different group. Like I probably had 10 different fucking personalities. Like I'm just being whoever I thought this group wanted me to be, and I've reflected on that so many times. If this group was very straight, I would be very straight, wear baggy pants. If this group over here meant like, you know, like I'm very, very, very gay, I need to look gay, then I will look gay, you know. Or this, you know, this group over here, they make a whole bunch of money, let me pretend that I have a whole bunch of money and buy stuff that I really can't afford, you know. And that's just not, I was just lost, you know. I was just really, really lost in my 20s, but I was just trying to figure out who I was. And then in my 30s, it just, you know, this shit just hit the fan, and it took me, you know, some other bad situations to happen to me to realize, you know, that I need to get it together. And, you know, it took me, you know, I had a relationship that I cheated on, started doing drugs because I just didn't, like, when I came out, I was like, I'm coming out, but I didn't realize coming out, it released a lot, but it wasn't really, it was like, okay, now I'm getting all these questions, like, when did it happen? When did you find out? Like, and this is when I'm starting to work for Anytime Fitness. Is like, okay, I got this, I'm an owner. I never had any ownership. Like I'm from East Texas. You know, I come from nowhere. Like we were poor, trying to still pretend, but trying to figure out, because now I realize like I got a career now. I'm changing lives. People are coming to me being authentic to me, but yet I'm being fake and almost like a hypocrite. It's like you can't, and I'm coming to terms with, I'm being fake, I'm being a hypocrite, I'm pretending. I got this major career, I'm still changing and bringing joy, but I wasn't bringing joy to myself. And so I started doing the drugs because I was doing the drugs because, you know, I've had some sexual, like, dysfunctions. And so part of the drug was helping me with some of my sexual dysfunctions. And then the drug was it was a way of decompressing, like, and I was just found myself just didn't know how to handle all of this. It was like a lot of good stuff happening to me, but I'm coming to terms with all this darkness. It's like the only thing that could help me feel good was just drugs. Like, I was really trying to come to terms with the things, but that whole process of peeling, the process of just peeling off the mask, that's the hardest part. Like, because you've suppressed all this stuff for so long. But that process was the hard part. And the suppression, all throughout suppression and all that good stuff, yeah, it held up my life. And there could have been a whole bunch of situations that could have changed it. But the suppression led up to, okay, I got to admit all of this is going on. Okay, all of this is going on because it's not the life. And I'm still at the top of my career hiding all of this. I'm still at the top of my career doing what I love to do because I know I'm still bringing joy. So that's what a connection was. But I had to, in turn, bring myself joy. And it's still a process to this day. It's still a process. Do I think about when I got molested? Yes, I do. Does it sometimes bring tears? Yes, but I got the coping skills. I'm okay with it. I've forgiven. It comes. That's a feeling that will never, ever, ever leave. Because I know there's plenty of people that are out there that are suffering from a lot of things I've suffered from addiction to sexual abuse, to almost being homeless, if not homeless, to being beaten. So what I do is, number one, I do go to rehabilitation centers to teach, fitness or yoga to some of the patients that are, dealing with, their addiction or any type of mental illnesses that they have. And then also what I do is feed and clothe the homeless. I just saw that I could make a better impact, a more personal impact by going to the homeless people that I actually see on the actual streets. The last time I went, this guy wanted the shoes that I actually wore, and I didn't, I drove back home, without shoes on, but just to see him dancing, the smiles on their face, or just to see how much they know that, that someone cares, it's a humbling experience, but it's so gratifying to me to know that, that I am helping someone, and I know that that's another purpose in my life that God has me here for. I love what I do for a living. I love teaching classes. I love being a group fitness instructor. I love being that personal trainer, that personal coach, and I love bringing joy to others.